Our top focus this evening on headlines today is on the criminalization of politics and Congress's double speak, which is being exposed right here on headlines today. The Congress party, it seems, has succumbed to arm twisting by influential netas who face serious criminal charges ahead of assembly polls in Rajasthan. In fact, headlines today will now get you a detailed report of how netas and their kins with criminal backgrounds are being given tickets by the Congress party. A special report here reveals how family members of Maipal Madarna have been given tickets, also of Babulal Nagar. Now, these are details that we're putting out on our screens. The party has given tickets to the family members of former ministers Maipal Madarna and Babulal Nagar, who are behind bars, along with Milkhan Singh Bishnoi, another prominent Congress leader who is accused in the Bhavri Devi murder case. Madarna's wife Leela and Nagar's brother Hazari Lal are among the 71 candidates announced by the Congress party. Former Congress Minister Maipal Madarna is in jail after he was arrested in the Bhavri Devi murder case. Nagar, also a former minister of the Congress party, was arrested last month by the CBI. He has been accused of raping and assaulting a 35-year-old woman. What does this expose? The Congress's double speak. If the netas can't get tickets and can't contest polls, their family members are given tickets instead of them. Has the Congress run out of honest people to put up as candidates in assembly elections in Rajasthan? For more, let's get in a word from our panel of experts who are joining us this evening. We have Sudhanshu Mittal of the BJP joining us. Also with us, Madhu Kishwar, editor of Manushi and a social activist. We also have with us Rajiv Arora, spokesperson of the Rajasthan Congress. I'm going to come to you first, Mr. Rajiv Arora. On the one hand, we have Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi talking about the ordinance, pushing for an ordinance, pushing for decriminalization of politics. And on the other, the Congress party in Rajasthan is giving tickets to the family members of netas who are behind bars on criminal charges. What is your defense?
No, I am sure that, first of all three are going to win.
But that's not the point, Mr. Rajiv Arora. The point is, why could you not have posted independent clean candidates?
They belong to political families. Mr. Parasram Maderna was Congress president. He was also minister for a long time. He was also Speaker of the Rajasthan Assembly. Mr. Maipal Maderna, because he is behind bars, that does not stop any of his kin and relatives getting ticket. It is an individual question because Leela Maderna herself is also an important leader. She is also a president of a cooperative bank in Jodhpur.
She's a president of a cooperative bank. Does she have any political background? Is she not being given a ticket only because her husband is a prominent Congress leader?
That's what I am telling you. Hazari Lal Nagar also, he is a strong Congress worker. He was a Sevadal member, then become a president. He is also Jila Pramukh of Jaipur. Jaipur is one of the largest districts in Rajasthan. He is Jila Pramukh, elected Jila Pramukh. He is definitely going to be a very, very strong candidate. If Babulal Nagar is not there,
the conversation here and the discussion here is not about who will be a powerful candidate or not. The discussion is about why the Congress is giving tickets to the kin of tainted netas.
Nagar himself is qualified as a leader because he is a congressman from many years, from last 20 years. He is serving the party. He is Jila Pramukh. He is entitled to contest the elections and he is a very good choice. Why he should be stopped or why he should be denied a ticket? Because of Babulal Nagar. Because Babulal Nagar, if he is guilty, he is behind the bars. Hazari Lal Nagar has all the qualities to get a ticket because he is a congressman. He is Jila Pramukh. He is elected Jila Pramukh.
Sudhanshu Mittal, your response: the BJP is looking at a comeback in Rajasthan and the Congress clearly is giving you another opportunity to hit out at the party.
The response is so laughable and so contemptuous to public morality that I shudder to think. The Yuvraj has a lot to think about and a lot to explain to the nation. Taking a high moral ground is very easy, but look at the morality. Here is Mr. Maderna, who's accused of the worst kind of crimes: sleaze, sex and murder. The worst. Moral debasement, if it is personified, it is in this case. Look at Babulal Nagar. What is he accused of? He is accused of raping a 35-year-old woman. I mean, these are crime against women. These are the worst kind of crimes. coming from the most powerful of people. I mean, in criminal jurisprudence, it is adversely related. The more accomplished you are, the harsher should be the punishment, because you are the ones who are the perpetrators of criminalization.
Sudhanshu Mittal, I completely agree with you, but what about the BJP? You're fielding candidates like Gulab Chand Kataria, who's under CBI scanner for his alleged role in the Sharabuddin fake encounter case. You're also fielding Rajendra Rathore and accused in the Dara Singh fake encounter case. What about your party?
You see, in the case of Mr. Rajendra Rathore, if you know, the charges have been quashed. He was arrested and the charges were quashed, because when the charge sheet was filed, the trial court did not find any merit in the charge sheet and it quashed the charge sheet. So there is no question of Mr. And look.
And what about Gulab Chand Kataria?
Kind of crimes? Yes, again Gulab Chand Kataria. We are not talking about debasement, moral debasement. Here you are talking about rape, sex, sleaze.
So we're not talking about moral debasement, we're talking about a fake encounter here. A fake encounter is technically a murder.
And just a minute. As I said, Mr. Gulab Chand Kataria has not been arrested. He has not been charge sheeted for that. These are only suspicions. And the other case, the charge sheet has been quashed. Here is a case where both of them are in jail. They have been charge sheeted to have committed those offences. So are you equating these two situations?
Right, but the Congress party is technically giving tickets to family members. You're giving tickets to people who are accused in the case of fake encounters. I'd like to get in Madhu Kishwar here in this discussion. Madhu Kishwar, Sudhanshu Mittal, you've had your say. I want Madhu Kishwar's comment. Is this really a comment on our polity? Why can't we put up clean images? Rahul Gandhi talks about decriminalization of politics, and look what the Congress is doing in Rajasthan.
I think I'd like to make 2 points. One, that just as the Congress party and several regional parties have become family enterprises, and therefore many MLAs and MPs have also begun to treat their constituencies as family jagirs. I think the culture of treating a certain political structure as well as your constituency as a jagir, it has emanated from the very top. And look at the way, for example, I hesitate to say it, but the fact is that when Sonia Ji was catapulted to the post of Congress president, what were her qualifications? Simply that she was the wife of Rajiv Gandhi and daughter-in-law of Indira Gandhi. There was absolutely no track record of service, public service or anything else. So this message goes down right to the bottom, which is that these are your family jagirs. Secondly, as far as giving tickets to criminals is concerned, I really think that we need to study this phenomenon very seriously. Why is it that those who are indicted of such serious charges are considered by voters in the mind of the political top brass or the party high command as viable candidates? What is it that they are doing? Why is it that this so-called caste biradari vote that they claim to represent is willing to overlook it? I think this phenomenon needs to be understood far more seriously. It can't be handled by merely critiquing it in the media, and I intend to look at it more closely in the years to come, because if we want course correction, we need to understand the problem. You know, correct diagnosis is very essential. It can't just be a matter of opportunism.
Right.
But what is it that makes party high command think that they can encash it? That these murders and rapes and all kinds of crimes are going to be overlooked. And today our party, most parties, including the Congress, that I would say especially the Congress, has come to be dominated by money and muscle power. No matter what Rahul Gandhi ji has been claiming in the media, but at the ground level, in every state, it's the same story. In this case, it's because these people are already behind bars. So it's come to media highlight. But I think an equally serious phenomenon is that today it's become far more difficult to even register an FIR against a politician because they make sure it doesn't come in the record. They don't have to declare it. So if you can't even register an FIR against a politician, how are you going to indict them? And our political parties, including and especially the Congress, is full of people who have indulged in a lot of
I
crimes.
completely agree with you. Lalu goes to jail, Rabri becomes chief minister. Political class may be divided on several other issues, but this is something where they all stand they all stand together. But can the BJP get away on a mere technicality, saying that their leaders are accused, they've still not been convicted in these fake encounter cases?
Not even accused. In our case, the leader is not even accused, as I said.
BJP needs to set higher standards. If they wish to be taken seriously, the BJP needs to set for itself much higher standards. It will not do to go by technicalities. Candidates that it selects must not only be clean, but also seen to be clean. And that matters a lot. They've seen it for themselves. How?
Can
in
I
Delhi,
elaborate on this,
the
please?
moment they brought Harshvardhan in, the atmosphere changed in favor of BJP simply because he's perceived to be clean. Earlier, they were in a lot of trouble and they had come for a lot of attack. And I think BJP better watch out. These kind of excuses won't do. They need to set much, much higher standards.
Sudhanshu Mittal, go ahead and respond.
First thing, you had mentioned about Gulab Chand Kataria. Anybody who has any knowledge of Rajasthan would swear by the integrity of Mr. Gulab Chand Kataria. He is one of the finest politicians in terms of his integrity, character and respectability for good conduct.
He's also been questioned by the
As I
CBI
earlier
in the
said-
Bhavri Devi, in the Sohrabuddin Sheikh encounter case.
No. Sohrabuddin case, he was questioned. But nothing has happened after that. And
What
this
about
is a
public
political case
perception?
you
What
all
about
know.
There were
putting up a
numerous
clean
charges
image?
against Rajendra Rathore.
Allow me.
In last
Allow-
assembly
can I
also,
say something, please?
3 days
Allow me.
assembly was disturbed
Allow me.
just because there was a scandal
please
of
allow me.
Rajendra Rathore. He was arrested, he was in
I
jail.
think
No, they have
Can I
given
say
tickets to the
something, please?
tainted people. We have just given tickets
I
relative.
am amazed.
But Rajiv Arora,
taking
that's
this
hardly a
out of
defense that you can get away with.
engagement.
How can you say that you've not given tickets to
Is-
tainted
is-
people, you've given it to their relatives?
No, not only
Yeah.
relatives. You see, this is a classical case of caste politics. In which
Rajendra
what has
Rathore,
been happening with
everyone
Mr.
knows
Ashok-
about his criminal background.
Mr. Ashok Gehlot has been practicing caste politics. He is seen to be anti-Gujar, he is seen to be anti-Jat. So in order to placate the Jats and the Gujars of the state of Rajasthan, this is what he had to resort to, even at the cost of public morality. Because all along what he
This
is
is
seen
how I don't-
as somebody who hates the Jats and who hates the Gujars. So at the last minute for winnability, what is sought to be compromised is public morality. If such is the conduct of probity in public life, so be it. I wish him good luck.
Rajiv Arora, you want to
And
respond to
caste
that?
appeasements,
Rajiv Arora, do you want to respond to Sudhanshu Mittal's Bab?
I can't hear properly what he's saying, but I can tell one thing. BJP in Rajasthan, we have seen tickets were given to people who joined BJP 2 days back. They are getting ticket. People who are rejected by Congress party,
not
we
about
deny
Congress.
tickets. They have been,
We are
they have,
discussing about Congress
listen to me,
tickets.
you have given ticket in Dosa. You have given ticket to Sanjeev Beniwal. You have given ticket to Mahua, Om Prakash Shukla. What is the survey? What are your homework? You are saying that you are giving tickets after survey, after looking their ideology,
I mean,
but you
that's
are
our
giving tickets
decision. It's
people
our
who are
decision.
denied tickets by
No, that's
Congress
your
party
concern.
in Rajasthan.
Sir, whom you give ticket is your concern. You should be concerned about public morality. Who will BJP give its ticket to in terms of winnability is our headache. You can tell us,
No,
look,
but you are
this is a
giving
man with
tickets
criminal
to
record. I
people who
cannot
are tainted,
understand
who
that.
are in jail.
But whether my
There were
survey,
charges against them
what
in
is
the
my
last
survey,
assembly
how
also.
I decide on a ticket, let it be our domain, na? You can't decide how we are going to decide who's to get a ticket. I mean, Rajiv ji,
No, what I am saying,
let's follow
you
some,
should
let's follow some
Sudhanshu,
standards
the
of
tainted people.
All right.
jail.
Madhu Kishwar, I'd like a
No,
response
actually-
from you. You've been hearing both of them. What do you think is the option available before voters in Rajasthan or any other state? It's basically a choice between two evils.
No, I wouldn't put it like that. I really wouldn't put it like that, because I think in our I don't think today there is any equivalence. The kind of scams that the Congress party is indulged in. There are plenty of corrupt elements within the BJP, and they are getting a good drubbing, and well-deserved drubbing. However, BJP's overall track record just doesn't compare as far as scams, corruption, scandal, murders, riots is concerned. Congress has beaten them all hollow. And I think that's precisely why today there is such a strong anti-Congress wave in the country. And people are looking towards BJP's PM candidate because he doesn't have a whiff of financial scandal or any other scandal attached
Yeah, he
to his
doesn't
name.
have any,
No matter how
he's not
many-
involved in a financial scandal, Madhu Kishore, but he does have the taint of 2002 on him. Rajiv Arora, I'd like to
No,
get
but
your response.
that's something, that's a lie. That's a total lie.
Madhu
That's
Kishore,
it.
we're
I
talking
have
about,
done enough
we're
work
talking
on
about clean
Gujarat.
images and clean public perception. You can't,
I'm
you
saying
can't
it's
give
not
Modi a
images,
clean
I'm
public
saying
perception. Anyway,
demand.
this discussion is
Public
not on Narendra
perception
Modi.
of
We're talking about
BJP's
Rajasthan
Prime Minister
elections
candidate.
and the kind of people who are being fielded by the Congress and the BJP. I want to get in a word from Rajiv Arora. Your party is facing anti-incumbency, people are saying, in Rajasthan. This is a controversy that you could have avoided.
In Rajasthan, there is no anti-incumbency, I can tell you. In Rajasthan, all the social welfare scheme by the Ashok Gehlot government, whether it's free medicine, whether it's Shishu Janani Suraksha Yojana, or whether giving employment to people, or providing food, providing grain for 2 rupees a kilo, all these schemes, there's no incumbency in Rajasthan. I can tell you, Rajasthan Congress is going to win the elections, there's no incumbency.
You're saying there's no
And there is no
anti-incumbency,
Modi factor in
but this is the
Rajasthan.
controversy you could have avoided. Are you telling me that there are no young, clean politicians that the party could have fielded? Why do you have to give tickets to family members of tainted netas?
No, listen, in Leela Maderna's case, there's a big public demand from that area. The Congress workers and public
So
wants
Sudhanshu Mittal
that
is
Leela
right, there's
Maderna
caste
should become a
politics at play.
candidate. No, it is not a caste politics. It is a public demand. Whether in the Nagar case or the Maderna case, you go, if Mr. Mittal is talking about the people, go and ask in Jodhpur what people say. They wanted Leela Maderna to become a candidate and should come forward as a MLA candidate of Congress party.
But, all right, Sudhanshu Mittal,
She is a popular leader there.
do you want to have the last word on
I'd
this?
like to say a word.
Yes, we all
I
have 30
understand
seconds.
Rajasthan very
Please
well.
have Sudhanshu Mittal,
I
you have 30
understand
seconds,
the
go ahead.
caste politics. I understand the caste politics. I also understand how Mr. Ashok Gehlot is placed.
But
with
are
the
you
other
worried
caste.
because there's a
I
good
understand
social
the caste
engineering by
compulsions.
Congress in Rajasthan?
I understand the caste compulsions in terms of what the Jats are thinking and what the Gujars of Rajasthan are thinking, and how acrimonious the relationship between the Jats and Mr. Gehlot, or how acrimonious
All
the
right,
relationship between
Madhu
the
Kishore,
Gujars
last word.
and
We
Mr.
know
Gehlot
what
is
happened
doing.
last time when there was Meena Gujarat clashed by the BJP. Everybody knows what
All
happened
right,
in Rajasthan.
Sudhanshu Mittal,
How
Rajiv
many
Arora,
people
we're
they
really
gave
running
their
out of time. One
May
last
I?
word from Madhu Kishore. Yes, please go ahead.
See, if the Congress party had actually implemented what it had promised, which is inner party democracy and selecting candidates through local elections, if they had done that, we wouldn't be doing this tu meme over whether there was really genuine public demand for these candidates or not. Secondly, I think this claim about the Rajiv Arora was making about all these welfare schemes working, I think Congress better understand that the politics of freebies and begging bowl economy is not going to work, because today it's confronted with the development politics that BJP has put on the table. So
All right,
the
Rajiv
politics
Arora,
of
all right, Madhu
freebies,
Kishore, you made your point.
begging
Rajiv Arora, one
bowl
last word
will
from you.
not
You have
work.
30 seconds to
I can tell
respond.
you, there's so much development in Rajasthan. Rajasthan is going to be the escape to look.
All right.
This is the land of opportunity in
All right,
Rajasthan
but
now.
we're not talking about development here. We're talking about netas with tainted images and their kin being given tickets. But it seems like the BJP and the Congress are both sailing in the same boat. Sudhanshu Mittal, Rajiv Arora, Madhu Kishore, thanks so much for speaking to Headlines today on this special show this Sunday evening. We'll continue tracking developments. A short break here. Lots more lined up on the show. Do stay with us.